What's up,
Hey,
guys?
how are you?
Great. How are you?
Good. There's so many people in here. We were talking about what their favorite songs were on the project. So I'm really excited to get into this. So, first, X Tapes. It's an amazing project that I couldn't even pick which one was my favorite because everything
Aw.
was so relatable. Let's start with Nights I Cry. So, how did you deal with the nights that you would cry instead of going to sleep? And like, what advice do you have for people who are going through a breakup and are experiencing that, like right now, especially during quarantine?
Well, I definitely say that that's where being an artist, comes in and I'm able to transmute and translate that, you know,
Mm.
into because I'm like I cry really hard once and then I'm okay, move forward type
Yeah.
thing. Not move forward with life, but just like, I got to keep going. So,
Mm.
um, yeah, I just always turn to music and writing to help me deal with personal obstacle
Yeah.
situations.
What's your process when it comes to writing this music, and what made you want to be so open and vulnerable with like the heartbreak and the relationships that you've been through?
Um, I just felt like I owed it to my fans. I felt like Civilized was a great collection of records that I had done, and I was still
Mm.
trying to like explore, just where I, you know, fit in the realm of R&B. So I felt like that's what that displayed, and it was a true process,
Yeah.
over years of like recording, um, then kind of like putting this project to the side and doing other records up to, of like tons of I have so many records, but these back to this.
Mhm.
Wanted to finish. I felt like this really told a story, and like you said, it showed a vulnerable side. It was super relatable. And, I mean, like, who doesn't go through heartbreak? Who doesn't, yeah, who doesn't get their heart broken?
Exactly. My favorite line from Nights I Cry is you said, I got so much I could say, but you're hurting me so bad. So, how do you like not say what you want to say? And especially when it hurts so much, I think there's two different types of people. There's people who can actually like keep it in and contain it and just move on. And then there's people who just want to just let out everything and just call someone out on like everything. So, how do you do that?
I mean, I just think it depends on the situation, like sometimes it's a situation where you can't help but to say everything on your heart. And then sometimes it's so much emotion that
Yeah.
you can't put it into words.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like writing about both, writing about all of those feelings and emotions in between that, because um, you know, that's something that I feel like every human, every woman, especially, can relate to. And um, it's important for women to still be sensual, still be vulnerable, still be women. And that's what I was really trying to emphasize on this too.
Love it. The next track, Space, which was actually my favorite one on the project. So, what did you learn about yourself the last time you took space from a relationship?
um, Very important. I think sometimes, or no, not sometimes, all the time, space shows us where we stand with people,
Mhm.
for the better or for worse. And it's always important to have time to sit in your own thoughts and, yeah, and listen to yourself. So, uh, space, the song represents so many the different meanings of space. You
Mhm.
know, space between that person, uh, you know, space and yeah, space that you need like for yourself, uh, to go through the emotions and understand what's really about to happen. That's I
Yeah.
wrote that. I was writing in my house, and felt like it was kind of like the beginning of the end of a relationship. I and near, you know, uh, even if you know that things are at the like not easy to go, or you try up reasons why you should on to it. So yeah.
I love that. And then, okay, so I think this is another thing I want to hear your opinion on. What is true space between two people? Because some people are like, oh, we didn't talk for a day, or we didn't talk for a week, or it was like 6 months. So, what's the real time of space between two people when you guys need space?
I don't know. I think it just depends. Well, like it depends on how you communicate. Uh, some people don't need that whole 24, 48 hours. That's like too much, or just they're able to get quicker, and some people need more time to process, and then more time to hear themselves think. And I think that it just depends on the situation. Once again, I think no, you have, it's just like with people, like you have to deal with each one accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you bring out different things. So, um, yeah, no relationship should feel the same.
Definitely not. So, what would you say are the biggest red flags in relationship, especially ones that maybe women will ignore? And what's a red flag that you always ignore it, and it just took you some time to be like, all right, that's like really a big red flag that I would love to tell every woman watching this interview or who listens to my music?
Big red flag. Okay. A big red flag I would have to say would be their relationship with their mother. If men have a tumultuous relationship with their mother, 9 times out of 10, they probably right. Now that's not with all cases, like, there's obviously special cases with every situation, but I think that overall, if a man has a strong, respectful relationship with his mother, with his sister, it definitely sends to the sisters. Then, you know, hopefully he should, treat you right. So
That's amazing because I've never usually you'll hear like, oh, if they lied or if they cheated. That was a really really great answer to base that off of a man and his mother's relationship. I have a few questions, and once I
sorry.
oh good, once I wrap up with mine, if anyone has any questions for Paloma, just leave it either in the chat or in the questions below, and I'll open up the interview to everyone else. So only one I really like because you said because it's fuck you, but I love you. So let's describe why people have that hate and that love relationship and why it's sometimes just hard to walk away from that when you have those two strong emotions in one.
um, well, I just wanted to be honest in that. I think a lot of times we are not. It's so hard to share, soul, or our feelings, and even when fuck you, a lot of times it's most of the time it is I love you. Most of the time it fuck you because it was I love you first. It's very hard to, I think, get that emotion out of somebody if there was love there first. So I want to make sure that you know honest. That's all.
Okay, and then my last question, what is your list of a perfect man? What do you look for?
What a perfect man. Like, mm, shit. um he definitely has to have street smarts. I want to say I've also grown spiritually, and I definitely has to know what's up, but he don't have to be a good nigga either. No, at this point, like, so I'm looking for somebody to be a strong representation of man in my life. So you have to be that spiritual. That's important. Um, just honest.
Mhm.
You know, very hard for. I don't. You know what? I would say it's hard because I don't think that it is. I think that it is hard. It's because you're in the wrong situation. So
Mhm.
yeah, and just patience and support. And yeah, I'm pretty simple,
Love
I
it.
think.
So there was a question that I saw come up in the chat from My One's World, and he asked, "What is the weirdest DM you have ever opened?"
The weirdest DM ever opened. I don't even want to talk about it. You
No, you
know,
have to talk about it because it's so funny.
there are freaks out there, and social media. I have a very love-hate relationship with it because I've definitely seen weird things. I don't even want to speak on it.
It was
It's
that it was that weird.
Yeah, it's gotten that weird.
Is it, damn. Yeah, I don't even. I mean, do you often even go through the DMs, or are you just like, oh, I don't even want to see it because I can't even imagine how many you get in
Yeah,
like a day.
no, not every day. Every once in a while,
Yeah.
I'll do this and see if something sticks out to me. I can't lie. I definitely do it every once in a while, but um, it's over for you if you're trying to get at peace. So don't even that. You can just
Polly Poppy asks, "What's your go-to breakup song?"
my go-to breakup song. Ooh, sorry about that.
Okay.
Go-to breakup song. That's a good one. What's your go-to breakup song?
Mine or the fan that asked it? Well, Polly, you should answer
You.
that. And then mine, oh, I have so many it's so funny because my playlist, it's like it's really, really either like ratchet and like gangster, or it's like the saddest like love music. I love
Yeah.
anything with I like anything like Maroon 5 or oh, my favorite breakup song was more not even really like breakup, but like a good anthem one was Sorry Not Sorry by Demi Lovato. That was a good one about like get your shit back together. Like
Okay. I was gonna say Keisha Cole.
yeah.
Keisha Cole's first album is like that is definitely like the ultimate breakup
Mhm.
album. I like being in a relationship, you know, that came out, or being at one, or just breaking up and driving down the freeway, sitting up, crying.
Mhm.
So definitely Keisha Cole's first album. It has those feels.
So I see someone said "Say Goodbye" by Jagged Edge. There's so many depressing breakup songs. What would you say on X Tapes is the perfect song for a breakup if someone's going through a breakup right now?
I mean, I see a lot of people, um, relating to space. Only one people are really relating to. I think space is like because it's just being like real about, it's like imminent separation.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think that men relate to it. So say I would say space.
Space is definitely a great one. Well, Paloma, thank you so much for your time and doing this interview and answering some fan questions. It's a really, really great project, and it's going to like help a lot of people that are going through heartbreak in a relationship.
That means everything to me. So I really, really appreciate all the love and support. I'm glad that it's being received so well.
All right. Thank you. Have a good weekend. I can't believe it's already Friday.
Oh, happy Friday, guys. Go listen to X Tape. And yeah, thank you, and Dash, and everybody for having me.
Yep. And if you guys missed part of the interview, you can watch it on our IGTV. Bye, guys.
Bye, Jen.